Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge here, and today, another Star Trek Resurgence update. I am blown away. We don't get anything for like almost a month or two, and then all of a sudden, bam, back to back. So, what had been released today is a Star Trek Resurgence kind of 4-minute gameplay. So again, it was on IGN's YouTube site. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it together, captains. I have not watched it, and I'm going to just give kind of my 2 ECs as we go along. So here we go, on screen. Oof. I'm excited, Caps. Let's go. Let's do this. Yes!
I thought that thing was totally fried. Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Neely.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Wow, the graphics look so good. Open shuttle bay with force field again. These are my favorite shuttles from Star Trek, The Next Generation. I like how everything is kind of scaled correctly. Oh, look at that, Elcars of their ship, the Centaur. Of all the ships to give us, a Centaur class, really? You know there's like Kira's, right? Oof. The music, captains, it...
Engineering.
I heard the new Ecto just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
What's the matter, Neely? Afraid of a little hard work?
A little hard work? Really? A little? 6 months of putting this ship back together is a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and here we are. Just about ready to go.
Wow.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
That warp core.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Ed Solar on repeated occasions.
Well, Commander Chovak, isn't it true that if we were almost late, it categorically means that we were not late?
That is correct, Mr. Diaz.
I mean, if anything, Ed Solar and I are following the schedule to the letter.
Yes, perhaps I should adjust the schedule accordingly.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Like a younger Spock.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration, but this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood, but many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
How concerned should we be about the storm? Are you worried?
Vulcans do not worry. We calculate the variables and take appropriate precautions to mitigate the risk. Right now, that entails making critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak.
Ooh. Wow. Okay, let's just pause that for a second there. Okay. Wow, I got lost. I wanted to keep watching. I can't believe that was already 4 minutes. Wow. That looks really good, Captains. Oh my gosh. That is insane. Like the music, it just felt right, you know, and the sounds when they walked into engineering, when they went to the turbo lifts, just the attention to detail was just like it was just on point. I'm speechless. I'm excited for this game, Captains, and again the feels. What I loved how when we were in the shuttle bay area, you can look around, everything was moving, and that shuttle is absolutely like one of my favorite shuttles. Possibly because that's the first shuttle I saw, but kind of a cute one. I actually had a micro machine of that somewhere, and then Mommy Triz kind of threw that away. But and the voiceovers, I think they're really, really good, and it really just comes together well. And what I mentioned there too was like the scaling, right? Like I play Star Trek Online Captains a lot, and sometimes, or most of the time, when you're on your bridge on your ship, you walk through these corridors, and it's literally massive. It's like 10 times bigger than what it should be. And this felt right. Again, from the sound, the voice actor, the graphics, the crispness, the attention to detail, it was all there. And I do like the over-the-shoulder kind of camera view. And I know that was just sort of it didn't feel like 4 minutes, man. I'm in. I said this before yesterday in the video. I'm in. I want this game. We'll see how it goes. It looks like we're gonna go onto the hull. Maybe they'll show that a little bit. In the original trailer, they did have a little bit of a piece there where you were on the hull, and I said it during their reacting, but of all the ships, a Centaur, could you not have given us an Akira? Could you not have given us an Akira? Anyways, Captains, that's my sort of two ECs on that. It looks really good, looks really crisp. It feels like Star Trek, and that Vulcan looked like a younger Spock. But other than that, I'm excited for this game. What are your thoughts, Captains? Leave the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet here to the bridge. But we will keep covering this, and whenever news comes out, again, we will just drop our two ECs and we'll wait for the day. It's spring 2022 when it is come out. So let's ensure that we get it and we just enjoy it. Like, I know it's not going to be like Star Trek Online where there's going to be a lot of pew-pews or anything like that, but I think it's going to be just a good sort of distraction away from that and sort of focus on sort of those just different points of views within Star Trek where, yeah, it's not the glorious missions. Obviously, you're not on a Akira, you're not on a Sovereign, you're on a Centaur. But you are with one of the iconic characters of Star Trek, which of course is Spock. So I'm looking forward to hopefully some more gameplay footages and maybe seeing the other mechanics. And I think that's what they will do. So whenever those come out, Captains, know that once we know that they're up, we're going to have a look at them. We're going to react to them. We're going to drop our two ECs. But for the most part, it's looking really good. And for me, like I said yesterday, or in yesterday's video, it's stirring up the feels. Like I can't. I'm sorry. I know I'm just ranting. I'm going over and over again, but I do hope that there is some ship-to-ship combat. In the original trailer, they did show that you were on the bridge, so it's probably going to just be cutscenes and you possibly making decisions. Now, I've played the Telltale Walking Dead game, and it seems very familiar with the whole, while the story's going along, you're going to have choices, multiple choices to pick, and who knows, maybe there's a mechanic where, okay, so you're talking with your fellow officer, or in that scenario with your superior, and you have a limited time to answer. But maybe when you're on a bridge, maybe when you're in a battle, actual battle, you're gonna have a shorter period of time to react. So it'll make it more feel real, if that makes any sense. But okay, I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm sorry, captains, but again, let's see what else comes out. We'll cover it as best as we can, and then when we do, let's enjoy for what it is, which is Star Trek. It's such a great time to be a Star Trek fan. There's so much Star Trek going on right now, and it's hard to kind of keep up with it, from Star Trek Online to now Star Trek Resurgence to Star Trek Picard, Discovery. I mean, we got Lower Decks, Strange New Worlds is going to be coming. Holy cow, Prodigy. It's sometimes a little overwhelming, but one of the things, I'll just leave it on this note. One of the things that I was worried about before with all the news of the Star Trek was I didn't want them to focus on quantity, but quality. So far, the quality has been really good. I do have to admit, I will admit, it's really good. When Triz's feelings get stirred, that means it's really good. But captains, we'll leave it on that note. We will see you on the next Star Trek Resurgence update, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.